Hi, Anna McKinlay here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is part of a 100-day challenge that I have taken on to bring you 100 pieces of great content over 100 days. Content that's designed to help you up-level both your business and professional life and your life across the board. Right? Because we need that, especially right now. And look, if you want to check out the other episodes so far, you're welcome to do so on my podcast or YouTube channel. I've included the links in the description or comments below. So, hey, what I want to talk to you about today, though, is a few words that can spell the difference between success and failure in your business and anything else that you want to accomplish in life. And look, this is inspired, in fact, by something that I saw on LinkedIn just recently, which was a physio business. Now, we're just in the middle of coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. And globally, we've been in lockdown and social distancing. And in some areas, we're still experiencing this. Now, a physio business is a face-to-face, hands-on business, isn't it? So when we're in lockdown and social distancing, surely a physio business, physiotherapy, would simply have to stop, wouldn't they? They can't provide services while we're under social distancing, surely. Well, actually, not in this case. This particular business has used the opportunity of COVID-19 to actually upgrade their website and their web presence and are offering services online because the tools are now available to help them do that. And because that was a great way that they could continue to serve their existing clients even during lockdown. Pretty amazing, huh? And that got me thinking, because the difference between the person who pivots, the person who finds a way to continue to serve, and the person who ultimately succeeds in their business, regardless of the external circumstances or in any other goal, that person and the person who doesn't, the person who fails to adapt, the person who can't find the way out, the person who says, this has happened, that's it, I just can't serve my clients. It actually comes down to a few very, very simple words that can have an incredibly profound effect on you, on your mindset, on your actions, and on your outcomes. And I'd like to share a little bit about that because, I know it's tough. I'm a coach. When I started my coaching business, I firmly believed that it's only possible to coach face to face to really get great results. Obviously, that's not possible under lockdown either. And so I've been pivoting and repositioning my business as well, because that's the only way to survive in this kind of circumstance. And I know a lot of businesses have been directly affected. And some businesses, have more flexibility to pivot than others. Let's be really open and honest about that. Small businesses, many of them have lost business, have lost clients who themselves have had to close, and a lot of businesses have had to close or downscale and are thinking, what next? How can I recover, or can I recover? And of course, the areas that are particularly hard hit are those face-to-face personal services. Of course, travel businesses, hospitality, the bricks and mortar businesses, massage, beauty therapy, physiotherapy in some cases, cafes and restaurants, travel brokers and travel services, and so on. But here's the thing. It's very, very easy to look at the circumstances in the business and go, there's nothing I can do. This has happened. The way that I run my business is no longer possible. There's nothing I can do. I can't run my business in this environment. And that's where the problem happens. One of the biggest differences between people who don't make it when times get tough and those who survive or even thrive, even when our business is turned upside down, actually boils down to two words. Two words. Do you think you can guess what they are? Well, let me share those words with you. Those words are, drum roll, I can't. Because here's the thing, when we actually say I can't to anything, what that actually does in our brains, in our minds, is it shuts us down to the possibility of opportunities. It shuts us down to the possibility of I can. Because our brain subconsciously hears I can't, believes I can't, and serves up I can't. And so even if there are opportunities in our environment or opportunities that our imagination could lead us to that would mean that I can, we're not going to see them because they get eclipsed, they get trumped, they get deleted by the I can't belief. That's how it works. So if we say, I can't run my business, I can't do this, I can't serve my clients, we're making it true. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy or that it necessarily is easy. What I am saying is I can't closes off all the other opportunities and possibilities that actually might be out there within our grasp. And it closes off our capacity to creatively look for those opportunities, because we'll just miss a lot of them. And you can imagine there's so much of this. Under social distancing, I can't run my business. I can't make coffees for people while we're doing social distancing. I can't run my physio business. I can't run my massage business. I can't run my beauty parlor. I can't provide the services I usually provide. I completely get that. But here's the thing. The difference between success and failure boils down to the difference between I can't and three other very important words. How can I? How can I keep my business going? How can I adapt? How can I continue to serve my clients? How can I find services that I can provide under social distancing? How can I, that question, instead of closing down our innovation, our capacity, and our opportunities, how can I opens up our imagination, our creativity, and our capacity to innovate? How can I provide physio services online, for example, right? So it's so important to grasp the difference between these words. And it puts me in mind of another story, right? And this one goes back to our previous recession in 2009. You remember the GFC, the global financial crisis? Well, this is a story that came to light just after that. And it's about a car dealer who had a dealership in the United States. And he focused solely on high-end European import luxury cars. His clientele was limited to obviously a certain set of people who could afford high-end luxury cars. Now, before the GFC, he had a good list of clients and a healthy business. But as soon as that particular crisis hit, then people stopped coming to his lot. No one was actively looking to buy luxury cars. A lot of people on his client list were going bankrupt or absolutely struggling. What was he to do? There he was on his car lot in his business day after day with nobody coming to look at his merchandise, nobody knocking on the door. He had a huge amount of capital tied up in cars on his lot to sell, and he had no income coming in. Very easy in that circumstance to go, it's a recession, no one's got any money, I can't sell these cars, right? That's not what he did. Instead, he went, how can I find people who will still buy my products, my cars, my high-end luxury vehicles? He asked himself that question. And that led him to go, well, who are the people who can still do that? Where are they hanging out? And so instead of sitting on his lot waiting for them to come to him, what he did was he got into his best, flashiest, nicest vehicles, and he went to the country clubs and the other locales where the people who still had money went. And what he did was he parked his cars outside these places, and as people were coming in and out, he'd engage them in conversation, have a chat with them, and offer them a test drive. And in that way, he was able to actually start getting sales again and go from actually not even just surviving, but to thriving in an environment where it seemed completely impossible. So that's another example of going from I can't to how can I. So my invitation to you is this: when things go to custard in your business or your life, whether it's because of global events like the COVID-19 crisis and the global recession, or even if it's more localized things, when things go to custard and your usual way of doing things just doesn't work or it's no longer available to you, just try giving yourself a break for starters. Don't panic. Give yourself a break. Take some time out. Take a few deep breaths and do something to relax. For a few minutes, let the worries and anxieties go, because right now there's probably nothing you can do about them anyway, other than what you're doing. Let go of the I can'ts for a bit and just take some time to pretend, what if there was something I could do? Ask yourself, how can I? How can I thrive in this environment? How can I serve my clients, my people? How can I keep going? How can I thrive? So I hope that that has served you. This is one of the most powerful questions we can ever ask ourselves, especially when it feels like we've hit a wall. So I invite you to play with it. And look, hey, if you know anyone else who's struggling, anyone else who feels stuck, anyone else who's plagued by the I can't virus, then please share this content with them so that maybe they too can start looking at things from a different perspective and go from failure to success and even to thriving. As well, if you feel that you need extra support, you're welcome to get in touch. Just click on the link in the description or comments to this episode, and you'll be able to reach out to me that way. Either way, I hope that this has served you. Remember, how can I? And I will see you in a future episode. In the meantime, you have a great day. Bye for now.